Hi, I'm Netzer-Edgerton, and this is Green Rose Edge. This is, a Mandela effect video. Because I just noticed something. I don't do a lot of Mandela effect videos. I'm more unboxings, I know. But I watch this thing sometimes, and it says new Mandela effects and all. And most of the time, they're not Mandela effects. They're stuff like, "We will rock you," missing the word of the world at the end. Which is not a Mandela effect, because if you watched the movie The Mighty Ducks, they did have that. And that is the version that was really popular for the longest time. And that version does exist. Since there is one version that does have it, and it's on that very, very popular movie, and that's what actually brought Queen more popularity than it had back when they first came out. That's what brought them to the forefront. So people started really liking Queen, and they played the version that was on The Mighty Ducks. So it's just an understandable thing that most people heard that version, which does exist. Since there's a version that does exist and was used in a very popular movie, that's the one you would think of. So most people forget that there's the other version until they hear it that way. If they weren't too young to hear it to begin with before The Mighty Ducks. So that is not a Mandela effect, because there's a logical reason for it and it makes sense. So since the version does exist, it's not a Mandela effect. And I'm going to actually do something that is a Mandela effect. Similar to Nelson Mandela dying in prison, the way everyone remembers it, up until a certain point, and then all of a sudden he shows up and he's president of South Africa and all. I remember hearing that that's what led to the end of the apartheid. When I learned about the apartheid in the 90s and stuff, the first time I heard about South Africa and the apartheid was regarding Nelson Mandela's death. So I was alive at that time. And then all of a sudden he's alive again and is president of South Africa and a former president of South Africa. And and then I heard about him before he did die in this time slip. But there's another one with Elijah Cummings, whose recent death, and I was looking, and they keep saying Representative Cummings instead of, I remember him being a senator. I am from Maryland, so I always heard about Senator Cummings. And I looked on his Wikipedia, and my husband just came home, and they just had him as representative, not even a senator in Maryland, my home state. So it is a Mandela effect if anyone else remembers it the same way as me. I remember seeing things on TV about Senator Cummings. So I don't know how it got, but please tell me, is this a Mandela effect? Am I the only one who remembers Elijah Cummings as a senator, not a member of the House? Bye.